My name is Maddie Diltz, and I have some flyers here for you so you guys can follow along. Have you ever thought of being homeless? You may think that won't happen to me, but it can happen to anyone, and I mean anyone. According to both American Homelessness, homeless has two definitions: an individual who lacks a fixed, regular, and adequate nighttime residence, and an individual who has primary nighttime residency. People who are homeless are not all drug addicts and alcoholics. Real people can be forced with the horrible truth that they need help and a place to stay, for example, a homeless shelter. We all have the image of a homeless person that looks like in our heads. You are all thinking of someone who has worn clothing and they may be dirty and smell, aren't you? Well, that isn't always true. This is an article written by a man who posed as a homeless man to learn more about helping homeless people. According to Homestorm, a man who was trying to find a place to sleep for the night during a stormy night learned that you can't judge a book by its cover. His assumption was that the old clothes and the unwashed patina on their faces mean they are the chronic homeless person. Well, when he met a tall man with neat Eddie Bauer type clothes, steps quietly into a far doorway, stereotypes disappear. The guy in the Tommy Hilfiger jacket, homeless. The young man dressed immaculately in all black, homeless. The guy with a clipboard, scuffed shoes, and hangdog look, staff. The young woman with a radiant smile dressed in wrinkled pants and threadbare sweater, homeless. The man said after his experience that he made his way back to the bus station to go home, perhaps no closer to any new insights about solutions for the homeless, but he is more empathetic, like standing in a deep hole instead of looking into it. And I recall the words of Martin Luther King Jr. He said, "We must all learn to live together as brothers or perish together as fools." The National Survey of Homeless Assistance Providers and Clients, also known as the NSHAPC, have conducted surveys to provide new information about homelessness in the United States of America. The national survey found that 34% of homeless services users are members of homeless families. Here are some key characteristics of homeless families. 84% are female and 16% are male. 38% are white non-Hispanic, 43% are black non-Hispanic, 15% are Hispanic, 3% are Native American, and 1% are other races. 41% have never been married, 23% are married, and 23% are separated. 13% have less than a high school education, 21% have completed high school, and 27% have some education beyond high school. The survey also interviewed single homeless adults. 85% of homeless clients of programs are single, 77% are male, and 23% are female. 41% are white non-Hispanic, 40% are black non-Hispanic. 10% are Hispanic, and 8% are Native American, and 1% are other races. 10% are ages 17 to 24. 81% are 25 to 54. 9% are 55 and older. And 50% have never been married, 7% are married, and 14% are separated. We have discussed who are homeless and a little bit about who they are, but where would they go the minute they find out they are homeless? I mean, sure, there are longer-term places like a shelter, but here are some statistics about possible first stop sites. A total of 230 persons participated in the face-to-face interview. 45.7% reported going to a soup kitchen, 30.9% went to a welfare office, 27.8% saw admission to a detoxification center. 26.1% met with a homeless outreach team. 24.8% went to a family member, and 23.5% went to an emergency room. When you think homeless people, obviously they have nowhere to sleep. Have you ever thought about how they got to that extreme case of no home? Housing. There has been a lack of affordable housing, which is limited. That makes it hard for someone who doesn't have a high school income or doesn't have a high income for a place to live. Also, foreclosures of people's homes. This has been because the unemployment rate has gone up because of the recession, losing 6 million jobs. A factor that a lot of people know of is poverty. When you don't make enough money to begin with and some bill that you have to pay rises, it makes it that much more difficult to keep your house, in which return can make someone homeless. There are many ways to help homeless people in need. They are humans just like us and are struggling to get their life back on track. You don't just have to give them money, a kind heart can help them too. All you need to do is respect the homeless as individuals. Homeless people are still people. Treat them how you want to be treated. Give them respect and kindness. Bring food to them. Go to your local soup kitchen to help pass out food, or make some food and help pass it out yourself. You can volunteer your time. You can volunteer your time anywhere to help out. It could be a shelter, a soup kitchen, and even volunteer the professional skills you already have. You can also volunteer hobbies by teaching them and just giving them their spare time to learn something new. And last but not least, educate your friends and family about homeless people. Inform people you know about the real life struggles of what one might be going through and not to judge. If you learn some stories of what has gone through, don't be afraid to let people know and help people understand why it could be possible that they're going through this situation. You can always teach your friends and family ways that they could get involved and help out too. People who are homeless are not all drug addicts and alcoholics. Real people are faced with the horrible truth that they need help and a place to stay. For example, a homeless shelter. Now you know a little bit about what the population of homeless people really are, a few reasons that could have led them to being homeless, and ways that you can help. When you see your next homeless person, before you make fun of them or judge them, just think if you were homeless, how would you want to be treated? All right. Do you guys have any questions? Thank you.